transparency, inclusivity, and resilience. It guides comprehensive reforms in public financial management and service delivery. We have initiated independent audits, strengthened procurement oversights, and recommitted ourselves to the fiscal reforms outlined in the 2018 Revitalized Peace Agreement. We are determined to foster a culture of integrity, accountability, and good governance. Determined to shift from oil dependency to a green, sustainable economy, South Sudan is investing in the future of its land and people. The Agriculture SME Grant Initiative 2025 now empowers farmers, agro-processors with vital tools, training, and market access. Our investment in irrigation, seed distribution, and post-harvest technologies are boosting productivity and strengthening food security. We have successfully established effective governance structures both at the national and local level, including establishment of relevant commissions such as the Constitutional Review Commission, the Judicial Review Commission, among others. The constitutional making process is in progress. Civic education and voter rights training have commenced and are progressing well. The National Bureau of Statistics will advise on options available for elections. The Political Parties Council has been established and has started registering political parties intended to contest in elections. Therefore, with these positive developments, the government of the Republic of South Sudan appeals for the removal of targeted individual sanctions and the arms embargo on South Sudan. Elections. According to the peace agreement, the transitional period must end with the conduct of general elections currently scheduled for December 2026. This will enable the people of South Sudan to democratically elect their leaders for the first time in the history of this young nation. His Excellency President Salva Kiir has reaffirmed the government's determination to deliver credible, inclusive, and peaceful elections. The establishment of electoral institutions, namely the National Election Commission, the Political Parties Council for registration of political parties, and voters' right education have been established. The Bureau of Statistics has been restructured to deal with the issues of census. The restructured Permanent Constitution Review Commission has been actively working to ensure that the country has a new permanent constitution by the time of the general election in December 2026. Civil society groups are being facilitated and have started civic education of the general public, especially among women and the youth. South Sudan is committed to promoting and protecting human rights. We are strengthening national institutions, promoting accountability, empowering women and youth. We have taken steps to integrate gender equality into our governance and development agenda, not forgetting the people with disability. Civil society is actively engaged in the promotion of human rights and civic education. We believe constructive engagement and dialogue are the best path for building resilient and just institutions. Some regional concerns. Madam President, South Sudan and Sudan share deep historical and economic ties, as well as the longest border in the region. For instance, South Sudan's oil is at the moment being transported through Sudan. Developments in Sudan directly affects development in South Sudan. Since the outbreak of conflict in Sudan in 2023, South Sudan has opened its doors for Sudanese refugees and returnees from Sudan. In partnership with the international aid agencies, we are providing humanitarian assistance, and we have also gone further and given plots of land for refugees to cultivate and produce their own food, thus integrating them into our local communities. However, there are still outstanding issues with respect to the Comprehensive Peace Agreement 2005. Among these are issues of border demarcation and final status of Abyei, including the status of the Ngok Dinka of Abyei, which remains unresolved. We are committed to working with the government of Sudan to amicably resolve these outstanding issues. Furthermore, the current composition of the Security Council no longer, in our view, adequately reflects the realities of today. And for this reason, South Sudan supports the call for the expansion of the permanent membership to include African representation. Furthermore, we advocate for the removal of sanctions and arms embargo on South Sudan and other sisterly countries. Madam President, at independence, South Sudan inherited rudimentary state structures, hardly any infrastructures. The government is now working simultaneously on nation building, state building, provision of services including healthcare, education, capacity building, poverty reduction, and food security. South Sudan is seeking to transition from humanitarian aid to development aid. What we are asking for is for the international community to continue supporting South Sudan, a country with immense potential, abundant natural resources, and a young population. We are actively empowering women and young people for the country to become a useful and productive member of the international community. And we are already seeing signs of progress. To conclude, Madam President, Excellencies, and distinguished guests, the United Nations was founded on the belief that humanity is stronger together. The theme of this 80th session, Better Together, is a reminder of our shared responsibility for survival and progress. Notwithstanding the challenges, South Sudan, with the resilience of its people under the leadership of His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit, remains committed to a multilateral solidarity and partnership with an aim of building a fairer, safer, and more prosperous world for all, for us in South Sudan. It is, a more prosperous world for all. And for us in South Sudan, we all know that it is better together. It is better together for us nationally. It is better together for us globally. Permit me in closing to reaffirm our unwavering faith in the principles of the United Nations and the possibility of a better world built upon solidarity and shared purpose. May God bless the people of South Sudan. May God bless the nations of the world. I thank you for listening. Thank you.